The
Piss
same
me
way.
off bad.
Crit the same way. Scissors the same way. She has something wrong with her vocal cords. She get it fixed and then decide, no, I'm still not.
Yeah,
gonna do this no
I ain't fucking with it.
I wonder if she gonna drop a full album.
Probably not. She would have put out an EP.
She put that single out, Hit Different with Ty Dolla Sign.
I'd hit Ty Dolla Sign. Kind of cute. Am I wrong? Nah, he real ugly. I'm not.
You say he real ugly.
Nigga grew up.
Like Ty Dolla Sign, 'cause he
I don't know
got
what that
dreads
nigga
and
look like.
pretty
I do know what that nigga look like.
He do got pretty
I
eyes.
was gonna say I don't know what that nigga look like, but yeah, I do.
That nigga do got pretty eyes. Can't nobody.
He look like a normal nigga that smokes cigarettes and drink beer all day.
Oh.
He's not attractive to me. And his eyes is big as shit. I'm picky. I can't.
Nigga, he
It would be
picky.
best for SZA to drop
I'm gonna be
something
doing
that
alright, man.
Drake exposed that they was in a relationship in 08.
How old was she in 08?
Drop it now. Oh, they saying like she was underage.
In
like
08?
18.
In 08?
Yeah.
That's under 8.
Yeah, they saying she was like.
Well, the reason was she making music in 08?
No,
How Drake knew her?
it's Drake.
Okay.
I think she used to work at a strip club too.
Ah, well, that explains that for sure.
It's Drake.
Tough.
Man.
I'll never be. I may be trash, but I'll never behave like Drake.
Simping.
He be simping and trash at the same time. How you a simp and toxic simultaneously?
Because he's a Scorpio.
Right.
Ah, this all makes sense.
No, he's a Libra, isn't he?
He's a Scorpio. He made that Scorpion.
October's very own Scorpio.
Oh, he's in October. I don't,
Yes.
I don't know. I thought that was a Libra. Okay.
Remember when I said that yesterday?
Nuts. Absolutely nuts. I only knew because of Scorpion. That's the only reason I knew he was a Scorpio. I'm finna be a Scorpio at heart. You gonna drive to Dallas because T said you gonna drive to Dallas. Sadie in the hospital?
In Dallas?
I go to Dallas. I got a little yeah in Dallas.
You talking about the dude who was ready to jump out the window?
Well, no, she was bugging. Did he tell you about old parachute girl? Yeah, man. She was ready to die about the plane, man. Came in the
God.
Airbnb with a parachute. I said, Josh, that's for you, man.
That's like, you want me to do?
Okay, well, I'm not ready to live my virginity yet. Baby used to sit and eat the meat just like a. Ooh. She got that COVID, man. Bro, I went to Dallas and I was so worried I was gonna get COVID. We didn't do too much though.
You already had it once, though.
Uh huh.
That's how shit open it is, man.
There's a new strand out. They found a new strand in July. It was the day. It was the club we were going to go to. The day we were gonna go to it, but we decided not to go because we went to see some of my old restaurant owners, and we hung out with them. It was like, and I was like, I ain't even got my ID. I'd have to use my LA wallet. I was like, let's not even go. Bro, we would have, and I was like, I told Josh, watch, if we would have went, that would have been us. We would have been the three niggas who got clapped. Because, we play too much. So we would have it would have been us. Laid out, bro. Bro, I'm glad we did not go. I was very happy we did not go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tough.
the first time when they had the shooting at the strip club when we canceled and had the cookout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro. And the only reason we went on that trip to Dallas was because I told you how every year, me, Josh, Cruz, and Torrin just take a weekend off to
Yeah.
vacation. So I had forgot that was even coming up. As soon as I leave, I got a $400 electricity bill I gotta pay, and I'm like, cause Katie didn't tell me for 60 days. So it's finna cut the lights out. But alright, I'm gonna start the countdown. Oh, I'm tripping.
If I'm noticing
Huh?
a speck in your eye, that means we're close. And a lot of people, because I don't want you to see into me.
Well, I didn't realize how loud my phone be in them podcast episodes. What happened? Oh.
Oh God. Oh, she fuck with the kid. That nigga must be out here. Nigga, you don't know that.
You ain't telling me to pull up to my show. I called you, bitch. I'm gonna pull up to your show in the middle of a podcast, Odyssey. I tried to pull up and you didn't answer the phone.
I'm be Chester.
You know your nigga when you don't say Chester, you say Chester.
Oh God.
I said, fuck ER, nigga.
Chester indeed. If you gonna do that, then I gotta hit your car.
Oh no,
Not
not
my quarter pounder, bitch. Not my quarter pounder. Hell nah.
I say quarter pounder, nigga. You make me hungry.
My bad, cuz.
You know I'm not bull.
Boy, that accent.
God damn.
I'm also not ready to be trashed for 30 minutes straight. I gotta mentally prepare myself to be not liked.
Hey, fuck it.
On God.
Shit. You and I alone.
Bro, did you see? We're catching up on the episodes. I've been releasing the podcast audio.
Yeah, talk about the,
I'm catching us back up. I don't know how good some of these episodes was.
Yeah.
I was listening to some of them back. Isaiah Spits on Backs is probably one of the funniest. That's the one about when you said you be cheating my music. That's probably
That
one of
was
the
wild.
no nuts.
Some of them bitches have been real players.
Yeah, I didn't expect. We gotten a lot of good feedback on them. People have been listening to them, and I've been getting a lot of DMs about them. So we got to keep it up for sure. What Odyssey talking about?
And so now you're
Now let a deal. It's like, wait, she was sucking you like that? Thank you for tuning in to the We Live Isaiah Polk Soundcheck. This is Isaiah Polk. Just now seeing the comments. What's up, Evelyn? What's up, Katie? We're good, Kate. Every time I see that horny in the top left corner, I think it's in the comments right now. But it's nuts. Look at it. Everyone say hello to Alan. He's in his bag. Give him my eagle. Oh, I'm tripping. I guess. I'm listening, bro. The song's hitting, bitch. As well as JC, aka Mr. Onion Bagel, aka. What was the other one? Big Booty Anonymous T. Ethernet cable. Oh, there you go. Sound check.
We live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go. Plugged in. All right. Thank you for joining us on We Live the Isaiah. Let me fix this light real quick. Ooh, that's a little bright. There we go. Fix that. Yeah. Appreciate you for joining us on We Live the Isaiah Polk Soundcheck. I am your host, Isaiah Polk. This is not my phone. Joining me today is your B Mike Boogie himself. Hit a move for us.
What's happening?
That ain't a move.
Oh God, I ain't got one.
And
Ain't got
TJ
one right now.
T isn't here again. I'm assuming he's picking his wife up from work or he's just asleep. I don't know. He didn't contact me. It happens. It's okay. If you're listening on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, we're on Facebook Live now. If you're listening on any of those, appreciate you for tuning in with us. If you're listening on any of our podcast aggregators, be those Spotify, Apple Music, Podbean, make sure you rate, review, follow, whatever it is that you can do on that platform to support us. Also, I want to give a special thanks to all of our Patreons for another month of dedicated giving and kind of keeping us afloat in some way. We actually just had to pay for one of the services that actually makes it so we can stream on multiple platforms. So you guys definitely help us out every month. T, how you feeling, bud?
Man,
You're looking good. How you feeling?
man, appreciate you. But looking as good as feeling as good as I look. So that's
So you just looking as good as you feel if you feeling as good as you look, because
Oh,
you look
God.
good.
on God.
Yes, sir.
God. Yes,
How you
sir.
feeling, Lisa? Lisa's over there.
On God.
Okay. And
Shout out to the old lady.
yes, sir. She's not that old. She like what, 22,
She
23,
old. She
24,
old as fuck.
25, 25.
She old.
Oh, she
She
goes.
over there threatening me.
Oh, he gonna get in trouble. The mic cannot hear you. That joint all the way. Can I hear you? I haven't
you?
even checked this out.
I don't know.
I can hear you.
probably.
How does TJ sound? If you're in the comments, let me know how T sounds. And in usual fashion, no one asks me how I am, and I'm used to it. I'm
Well,
great. I'm
well,
great.
see, I got
I'm great.
cut off. I got cut off by her over here threatening me.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
On God.
Katie, no one asked how old you are. I'm good. I'm 24. Young
sir.
stallion. Piped up. You hear me? Yes, sir. No, but today was pretty chill.
Yeah.
Pretty good day. We were actually like fighting to find a topic for this podcast because we were so unprepared. And
It happens.
yeah. But I want to go ahead and say that we realized just how many episodes we've done because we were trying to find a podcast topic, and everything we thought we could talk about, we've already talked about once. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in for 68 episodes. This is... Oh, he said I'm 25. I'm in my bag. I'm tripping. You right. I'm in my bag. So this is episode 68 of the We Live podcast. And today, actually, we're going to be talking about breakups. Be that being broken up with, breaking up with someone else. On Twitch, we have the 12th Damon. That's Torin. He says, I could hear him. I'm 86. You're not 86. He said, I had to break up with my body pillow recently. You know what a body pillow is?
I do. But
you don't have one of those body pillows. Yeah, no. So he has one of those.
oh God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's subjective. I'm not hating on it. I'd have one if I needed one.
You do what you do.
It's not gonna hurt me. It's not gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere at night. It's gonna be right there when I need it.
Yeah, you do. What
Yes,
you
sir. When's the last time you got broken up with, T?
do. If I'm being honest, never.
Word.
Honestly, never. So
Huh.
I've always been the one who does the breaking up. I don't know how that.
You want to make it first time?
Well, we can.
Do you-
do what you
You
do.
think there's a reason?
Yeah. I mean, I know exactly why.
Why's that?
Because especially before this relationship, I tire of people quickly, and then that's just it. But
That's kind of trash.
I kind of it's trash. That's what I don't care. Me, but
That's nuts. That's nuts.
but yeah, no, just being honest. Yeah, I used to tire of people quite like after about 90 to 180 days. What you still doing here? But so yeah, I never made it that far to get
what?
broken up with. So
Oh, that's crazy. See,
wow, yeah.
My dilemma's a little different. So I've been broken up with a few times, but here's how it usually goes with me. I will be talking or dating or married to someone, and like I'll break up with them But like, they deal. But I'm the type of person. If you ask for something, I'm probably gonna give it to you. So if like I break up with you and you're adamant about doing it again, I'll probably, I'll say okay, we can try again.
Right.
And I think they just start after a while, under extenuating circumstances, because there's been a few people where I was just like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. But like, usually I'm just toxic for a pattern until they like, okay, you're right, let's go our separate ways. But I think I also am one of the people, and there are a lot of people like this who have the habit of losing somebody up here before they lose them officially. So it's like after if I break up with you once, it's never gonna be the same because that tells you then that I'm not really interested in pursuing with whatever we're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it could be if she takes the breakup as if it was something negative that she was doing. If she takes the breakup like, okay, maybe he's serious, and she takes your breakup as not as a serious breakup, as you just pulling back until she gets right with whatever it is that you want her to change.
Yeah.
But if it's never happened that way yet, maybe it will at some point in the future.
Okay. Well, I can see that. I just think with me, I try not to put myself out there too much because I be wilding.
Do what you do.
This is talking about neck sweating. I have neck beads. What were the reasons for separating when I was married? I don't think that's information I should put on the air because it's really a lot less of my business than it is hers. But there were good reasons. My marriage didn't end badly. I think that's one of the few breakups that like I've had that just didn't end badly.
Yeah.
Even the ex that this is trash. The ex that I was with before I got married, I broke up with, and I was dating my ex-wife, a week after I broke up with her, and I was with her for 3 years almost.
I wouldn't say that's trash.
Why not? I think that's okay, and that's another reason I wanted to talk about this because I feel like after a breakup, I think it is reasonable to have a reasonable amount of time in between them. Only because like whether you did the breaking up or not, you're gonna have baggage and stuff you carry over from the other relationship. Definitely. And I think it's kind of selfish to put that on to somebody else, whether it's knowing or unknowing. The person who's getting out of a relationship should be aware enough to know that they're not in a mental space immediately. And I also understand that I'm not everybody, so maybe it's different for certain people. But for myself, I know I need time.
Right. On the other end of the spectrum, I have before jumped out of a relationship and hopped right in another one. I wouldn't recommend it. But sometimes you use the new person to cope with the baggage from the old relationship, which is unfair in a way because you'll take those, like we talked about last week, insecurities, but sometimes you take those insecurities and problems you have from the last relationship and just transmit them right to the new one, and you can often doom the new one right from the get-go. Or sometimes if you got somebody who's down enough for it and willing to work through it, and y'all get those problems out the way early, then you don't have to worry about them later down the line.
And when we talk about breakups, are we talking about like actual breakups? Like, it don't count if you was just talking, right?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Okay, then I really haven't, because I have a tendency not to commit just because I don't want to, just like I said before, I don't cheat because I don't commit. I can't say I've been broken up with before either. Actually, yes, I have when I was 16. But does that count? Mm-hmm. What do you count? That's another thing. What counts? Because a lot of people say certain stuff doesn't count. What counts?
I'd say nothing before 18.
Word?
Yeah.
So can I like knock those off the head count too?
I don't think so.
Damn. Okay.
I don't think so.
Nah. Trying to get back on. I mean. Wait, mute these mic real quick. But no.
Oh God.
She pulling up the wine.
Oh God. She said even y'all wow. But Man, nah. If y'all were just talking, there was no attachment, so can't be no breakup.
What if there was an attachment though? If there was an attachment, then it definitely counts on one person's.
So here's the big thing, and I feel what she's saying. I kind of agree to an extent, but I think it's important to determine what was pre-discussed. Too.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if it was made clear that this is not anything with longevity or anything serious,
and then it won't be right.
You cannot hold the person accountable for not seeing it that way.
Exactly.
Josh says, I've been broken up with before the relationship even started. How did that happen? Call me and tell me what. Call in, Josh. And
everything.
For real, call in and let us know what happened.
Bro, if it was before the relationship, I wouldn't call it a breakup. Maybe she just ghosted you. Maybe she thought she wanted to be in a relationship and decided, this ain't what I want to do.
We were discussing this at the dinner table before the podcast, and I've been blocked so many times because I'm a Leo. And that's so sick to me. Like, I didn't choose to be born in July.
Right.
And also depends on how much weight you put into that. And like before, I was like, oh, these are stupid. These are retarded. Well, man, they starting to make some sense, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm still not like a to the T believer in it. Like, I don't think it's just.
Because it ain't never 100%. But I'll say it has a lot of credence in some situations.
For sure. I definitely have a lot of Leo qualities.
Yeah.
But I don't. And I also think that could be me working in myself, knowing these are the qualities of that I'm supposed to align with. So I feel like
that's
in my
true
head,
too.
You know what I'm saying?
I think sometimes you can put a preconceived notion in your head that a Libra is supposed to act this way or a Leo is supposed to act this way, and you'll kind of
subscribe to it.
Yeah. So
for sure, I want to know how this man got broken up with.
Right.
Hey, Josh, you better answer the phone too.
Let me ask you this: you say Leo qualities, are they good qualities?
No. Well, I mean, I have the good and the bad. So let me read this because I have an app. A good friend of mine, she made me get the app. So, because I told her I wasn't like super subscribed into what it says about a Leo.
Yeah.
But the sun in Leo, sun determines your ego, identity, and role in life. It's the core of who you are. Your sun is in Leo, meaning you are fundamentally bold and proud. You love attention and to be cared for. You pay it back in kind with your charm and your ability to make people feel better when they're blue. You know what your skills are and how to use them. It's in your 12th house, meaning you feel the need to distinguish yourself from others through privacy, secrets, and introspection. And that's vague, but
it is.
The positives, like, I feel like people will know if they're not bold or proud, and if they love it. And most people, I think, love attention. But like, there's a bunch of stuff, and evidently, I have like 3 Leo signs. Like I said, I think most of it's just vague stuff, but there are certain like specifics that I can kind of see where like, okay, either this is coincidence or maybe it does have. But I don't think it's far-fetched to think that maybe the time of year you're born has an effect on the type of person you become. I don't think that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. I don't think it makes the most sense, but I don't think it's the craziest thing I've ever heard either.
Right.
You think? How do you feel about Zodiac? Bro?
I don't know about the whole moon rising and all that stuff.
Yeah. But the generalizations of it.
Yeah, I don't think it's too far fetched.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we all share certain qualities in a way. But
yes, Katie,
from person to person, you're
no, you're good. You're good. Katie was just saying that's what she told me, and I'm saying, Katie, you're the reason I believe. You're the reason that I agree. Josh, I want to know the story. How'd you get broken up with before the relationship started?
Okay, well, it all started off. I think it was all in a week process. And let's just say on a Sunday, I confessed my feelings. She reciprocated, and we was talking about. It was a couple things I needed to do before the relationship needed to start, and a couple of people I needed to talk to, and for consent. As the week going by, it just kind of like.
Is this what I think it is?
Yes.
Okay, keep going.
And as the week gone by, she was like, "Nah, I don't think we need to do this. We don't need to do this. We don't need to be in the relationship, and we just need to be friends."
Okay, gotcha. That's tough. I'm sorry that happened, but now you're swaggy and you have Prada Black.
Oh, everything.
Yes.
So you finna go find you a big booty, redheaded white woman, possibly a midget who wears fishnet leggings and wears cat ears in that tail, right? Fox ears. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. With
Yes,
an arm
all of the above.
sleeve.
He said yes, all of the above.
Oh God! Oh God!
Oh, that's nuts. All right, appreciate you for tuning in, Josh. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Nigga nasty. Nigga gross.
But yeah, hearing that, I wouldn't call that a breakup.
Yeah. No,
I definitely I think his feelings were already. I think he was already emotionally invested in the situation. Like you said, he professed his feelings, and she reciprocated those feelings. Now that being said,
I think he's a nut for that.
Yeah.
I don't confess my feelings even after we talking.
A relationship wouldn't. I don't think, and maybe it's crazy until y'all sat down and had the conversation. Like, are we in a relationship? Yes or no? I don't think you are. The whole
For sure.
Oh, we just kind of fell into it.
Don't work like that. It don't work like that.
No sir.
And that's why when people ask, never mind. I'm not gonna. No.
Okay, man, finish your thought.
I was gonna say when they ask like, "What are we?"
Yeah,
I'd be like, "We."
humans, ain't it?
Hey, we on the same.
Oh God!
Hey,
Oh God!
Another thing is, like I said, I don't generally, and this is a bad habit of mine. I won't say how much I like you even after we're involved, because someone I was talking to, somewhat recently, a while back, would always tell me like, I can't tell if you like me or not, or I don't know, and I'd be like, what? That's nuts.
Yeah.
And that's about all I give them. Or they'd be like, so how do you feel? And I'd be like, man, you know how I feel.
You right? Yeah.
Because it's like, dang, what you want me to say right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's like, maybe that's also because I'm not super good at expressing, like, but like, why we gotta talk about this? Is this a conversation we gotta have? And
I don't think it is.
Exactly. Like, if you think I don't like you, why are you here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I know some people need reassurance, but man,
yeah.
Maybe I just don't understand because that's not the type of person that I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I don't think everything needs to be vocalized. I think some things should just be understood.
Exactly. Does T tell you how much he care about you and love you and all that?
Does not.
And would you like it if he did?
I don't care.
But see, you not. And that's perfect. I want that. I need someone who. No. You know what? I used to say I need someone as toxic as me. It's a lie.
Yeah.
Because I got it, and I was miserable. Maybe I need to be better.
You need someone who's understanding and who's willing to understand who you are, especially before jumping into a relationship. If they don't understand who you are and how you are before getting into anything with you, they're gonna be crushed.
I know what you insinuating, and I'm not doing that because I know what you're insinuating, and so many people have insinuated that. And as well as I think it may work, crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Talking about, I was like, no, don't.
Wow. But man, I mean, I guess I don't, because I feel like my actions, like it should be known that I do. I shouldn't have to tell you every second of the day, because I come from a place where I've been there. I've had a situation where been with a woman who told me every day, all day, how much she loved me, how much she cared about me, and it was all 100% bullshit. So
yeah, the words shouldn't mean anything. It should be the action.
Yeah, nah, they don't.
The big thing with me, bro, is I think. Oh, the big thing. I think that there's, especially with me, there's specific things that I won't do with people unless they're in a certain position in my life. Like, if I actually care about you and I actually like may see something with longevity, like, if I see you as someone who's potentially permanent or is permanent in my life, you know for a fact that I will say, you're welcome here. You don't have to knock. You can just come inside.
Straight up.
And that's just something I do. If I don't give you that privilege, but if I say that to you, that should be an indication that there's some level of trust.
Exactly. Straight up.
And it's those types of things. Like, why would I tell that to somebody that I don't like or someone I don't want around? Now, I can definitely see if maybe my behavior could make someone believe the contrary. But at least for me, I don't really... No, that's not true, because I'd be so mean to people. I'm so mean to folks.
But people who really
Know me.
know you on that type of level know that's just your personality, though. And they wouldn't feel a certain type of way.
Yeah, like, think about how I talk to Jay. Jay know it's all love.
Yeah, exactly.
Jay just know
Straight
that,
up.
like, I like to goof around. Like, me and T were talking about that because we had a friend of ours who got a little hurt. Not even because of something I did or something I said, but because of something I didn't say. And me and T was like, and it's someone who's been in close proximity with me and T, and he was like, I don't get how they can be upset when they've seen how we talk. Like, me and T talk about each other like dogs, and that's just how we are. Now, generally, that's how I am with my male friends. And Katie, I be on Katie head. I just hurt my arm real bad. I be on Katie head because Katie be on my head. People don't be knowing. When people ain't around, Katie be on my top. My penis is turned to the left. I have a like, you know, some people penis bent. There's a reason I'm saying this. It was in front of people. You know how some people got a curve and they jump. You're straight, ain't it?
Yeah, straight. Dang, straight up and down.
Tough. Some people got a curve in it. Mine got a curve in it. So we was in front of people, and Kate said that my wee-wee was looking at my left side.
She ain't shit.
Not at all. And then because she said that, someone else who was around and heard the joke sent me a backslash, like just that, and I was like, what is this supposed to mean? And then I thought about it. I was like, you ain't tough. Life has never been tougher, G.
Yeah. Man, we're for damn.
Yeah, bro, but man, it is what it is. Like I said, I've gotten to the habit where, like, I don't get in a relationship, and I think this is also a product of being divorced. I don't get into something unless I'm, like, completely confident that it may turn into something. But I'm not one of those people who just gets in relationships to see what's up. Yeah.
I feel like those are people who are afraid to be alone for whatever reason. Their life doesn't have value on its own.
What they send in the left slash? They send in the backslash. Oh, this is nuts.
Y'all not in y'all bag.
Go ahead.
They don't have value in their life on their own. That only value, which we've had this conversation a couple times before, that only value comes from being in a relationship, having other people say, oh, y'all so cute, or y'all look so good together, which ultimately, if you don't have self-confidence, you're not writing yourself, that shit ain't worth a damn. But you ought to be, everybody should subscribe to be as comfortable with themselves as you possibly can be. So I feel like if you're not there, don't worry about a relationship, because ultimately you're gonna drag every one of them down with those insecurities and problems that you have. So, and that goes for friendships too. A lot of breakups apply to friendships as well, and sometimes I feel like they're needed, especially when you're talking about even people you've been friends with for a long time. Granted, me and this man been friends since the very first day of freshman year.
At least 10 years.
I feel like, man, we help each other out tremendously. Like, as far as growth, we're very like-minded in a lot of ways. Now, granted, I've known people a lot longer than him that we're not the coolest anymore. We don't have anything in common. Like,
growth paths are different.
Like, I feel like on some childish
This man said boomerang duh. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
But yeah, just feel like on some childish shit. So at the end of the day, loyalty to a friend because you've been around for so long, but we don't need to be doing no hanging out. I'm not gonna do no growing with you. So breakups are important when it comes to friendships too.
Facts. Kate said, "How do you break up with a friend?" Kate, I think that's a lot like how a pet dying can feel like a family member dying. I think friends can feel like breakups, and I can attest to this because I lose a lot of friends who maybe weren't as good for me as I thought they were. Just because, like T said, a lot of times relationships you have with people may not be simply because those people add value mutually. Sometimes it's for face value or for acquisitions or for, like, some people get friends because they need someone to go out with, like they need
Yeah.
someone who wants to live a lifestyle they like. Some people get friends because they're envious of that person. They think if they spend more time with that person, they'll become more like that person. There's all types of reasons people acquire friends, and sometimes when some friend doesn't enjoy the company of the other, like one enjoys the other, and that's a wordy sentence, but it's a lot like a breakup because two people don't always get to decide that they don't want to be involved or around each other. Like, how do you do it? You can think, okay, Kate, you've seen me stop being friends with people. Think about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to say, like, because it make me feel weird. Like, I don't want to look at my, like, lost friendships as breakups, but it's a thing. Kate, think about all the times when I told you I wasn't interested in being your friend just because you was tripping. And how did that feel? It felt like somebody just deserted you, right? That's what it feels. And it's happened to me. It happens to a lot of us, especially people with toxic qualities. And I had that. I've had people who told me, like myself, Austin told me that once, and that was a different reason. He lived a different lifestyle than I did, but that was a long time ago. Now I think we've kind of navigated to where we can still check in without having to be close. So it's kind of like we're acquaintances. But like, I've been in the position, and it sucks. It sucks, but it's definitely a thing. So I agree with T on that one.
It doesn't always have to be a conversation either. It doesn't always have to be a sit down. Okay, we're moving in different directions. I don't think we should be friends. Sometimes you just stop talking.
Yeah.
You look up and it's 2020, and y'all hadn't talked since 2016, and you like,
because time passed.
And it ain't gotta be no hate, like on fool with you type stuff. It's just it'll still be love. If I run into you in the grocery store tomorrow, I'll still dap you, man. How you been? But man, it just ain't the same no more.
Yeah, no, for sure. Me and T didn't maybe had like 2 conversations over the span of 2 years. But every time we talked like we ain't never, cause like this is family, and like I think that's a big difference. When I say friends, I think that generally there are certain friends where you can have, and like the bond doesn't die regardless of time. But like people have to live their lives, and sometimes that calls for a lack of conversation in certain areas. I'm only comfortable with people who slit throats. I usually don't mesh with people, and that's okay too. Everybody doesn't need a lot of friends. I think like it's a social experiment that says most people only need 3 to 5 close friends.
I think having a bunch of friends will drag you down
for sure.
At the end of the day,
you're gonna be pulled in too many directions. I know how I felt. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it without hurting them, but the pain may. Oh, you can't if they feel. You can never control how someone else feels, and I think a lot of people don't understand that that's where a lot of anxiety comes from. And I think especially in that situation, trying to control an outcome you cannot control. I think when you accept that there's just certain things that you have no control over, you start losing some of the anxiety that's associated with making those decisions. Just like if you've ever thought about breaking up with someone or had trouble doing that, that's usually because you were worried about what they do, what they'd say, what you'd have to say. And if you really focus on what's important, it gets a lot easier to make those decisions, because you can't control the way someone else behaves. And if you just accept that you can control what you behave and what you accept, a lot of those decisions become a lot easier.
Yeah, I've been there before.
No, for sure.
Regrettably.
My ex, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Hit me with the car.
Oh yeah.
Also had a lot of she had a habit of saying she would do things to herself and I was stuck in something I didn't want to be in for about a year. But when I realized after that year, it's like, look, don't want you to do that, but I can't be responsible for, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to understand that like I can't let what I want be inhibited because I'm worried about what you may do to yourself. I don't want that, but at the end of the day, I got to look out for myself, because if I don't care for me, if I don't care for me, I can't care for nobody else.
Exactly. Straight
Is
up.
it the same process for breaking up with family? Breaking up with family is tricky.
Rougher, but it's possible. It's definitely possible.
You gotta fight them.
You got to fight them. What kind of family you got?
Fight 'em.
Are you from
The Grand? Oh, she evil. But it's definitely possible. I think some people do need to break up from their family. Just
Bro,
being
I
honest.
had to for a year, and then me and my daddy got back together, had a couple kids.
Yeah.
Not like that, like mine, baby.
Right.
You got a shoot on, T said. Oh, you live in Stoner Hill.
But,
oh, man, yeah, you bugging.
man, it's a lot of promising people.
You can't break up with family. That's why I said you gotta fight them.
You never can fully because at the end of the day, they'll always be your
If I'm mad at you,
family.
we just gonna fight, and then it's just gonna be over with. Like it's just gonna be like, okay, water under the bridge.
Straight up.
Beat you
And I'd rather have it that way. We just throw hands and it's living.
That's how me and Torin got cool.
Yeah, really.
Like, we knew each other and we were acquaintances. And then one day, it was I think it was a New Year's party, and Chance, you remember Chance? White dude, kind of chubby white dude. I used to hang out with him sometimes.
Yeah.
He was at my house, and he would always mess with Torin. Chance always messed with Torin. So I'm outside with Chance, and I guess Chance kept coming in the house and messing with Torin. We're in my house. I try to go back in my house. This is my old house. I open my door, and the door gets slammed on my finger. And Torin, I thought it was Chance coming in to bother him again. Boy, I kicked that door open so quick, and I saw who closed it. I look at Torin, I slapped him in the face, and Torin got mad. He was like, "Now you know we gotta fight now." And I was like, it's whatever, cause you just slammed my door at my house on my hand. So we went outside, we threw hands, and then Torin didn't have a means of transportation at the time, so and Lyft wasn't a thing yet, so he had to.
Yeah.
So I told everybody there, go home. And then Josh, I don't know if it was Josh or Hennessy, but one of them was like, Torin, and I looked at him right when he said, I was like, go home. So I made Torin stay the night at my crib. Torin stayed, he was like in my garage for a little while, just chilling. Got cold. The nigga came upstairs, slept on the couch. Next day, we act like nothing happened. From that day on, we've been good.
Yeah.
Because I was, in my head, after it happened, I was like, we not finna walk off like we didn't just do what we did. Let's figure this out. So yeah, no. And we've been really close friends since that day. So Josh said, don't forget about the shed. We're not finna discuss the shed on air. But nah, we've been really good friends since that day.
Man, dudes are different in the way that we can just become cool like that. We can throw hands and become best of friends.
Yeah.
Women, man,
they gonna
hate you for 20 years. It'll never end.
It's on site.
Everything.
Tough, and it stay on site.
Yeah.
We fight once and it's good.
And it's done.
Either we fighting it's good or we fight somebody die. But
straight up.
It's two extremes. And that's it. After that, ain't no more bad blood. Unless somebody feel played. You got beat up. Why it matter the result, the end result? Don't worry about what happened. But
right, it ain't important.
Yeah, it's not that's neither here nor there. But yeah, no, it's about 45 minutes. Hey, sound check.
Oh, we live.
Things get dark. You can see life through my lens. Please don't bend, you might be art. Out of shape, you best not start. Pull up on me, just my spark. Things get dark. Things get dark. So just respect my pen. Ay, come back to my ends. Ay, trying to stack my ends. Ay, I just love my brothers who gon' beat her to the end. Ay, I would love my woman who gon' beat her to the end. Ay, but I don't really think my girl gon' beat her to the end. And that's no cap. I be preaching, I don't rap, cause it's all facts. And it's over for you. You can't question that because she's singing, really singing. And I noticed that she fat, undisputed. If you want the music, you'll be coming back. And they don't love the kid. And they don't love the kid. No, they don't love the kid. They don't love the kid. Yeah, my eyes don't